Okay, mic should be on. Everything appears to be fine and dandy. Let's give her the usual text, which is this and that. There we go. Now a friend on board. Hello.
Hello.
Hello all. Right, we're back for some more Ace Attorney and be entering a trial straight away. So let's go do that. As soon as I boot up the game. Right. Let's see here. I was stumping quite hard on doing today's stream title really badly. I'm usually alright, but no, this one was getting me hard. I don't know why. I got a result at the end, but yeah, it took too long. I had to consult a guide and everything just to remind myself on something, anything, inspiration. Nah, nothing.
That actually didn't fetch.
Oh. Just get the mouse out of the way. Continue. That one. Yes. Yeah. Right. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right? Yeah, sorry. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier.
Phoenix. Yeah, Client is not practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him.
This is no time for dead people jokes, please.
You know, we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Pass is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in evidence to prove it.
Something overlooked.
We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial.
This isn't going to be easy.
You just take easy trials on at some point.
There's no such thing as an easy trial.
Not in this game, yeah.
An easy trial would be one that you admit losing.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people resident at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your third witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if he'll be that producer.
The prosecution calls Mr. San Manila to the stand.
Or that director.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rookie you get? You don't know me? I'm the director, the Steel Samurai New Brothel. Tell me now, I'm a director of television.
Were you at Clover Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it.
Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
So, do other people not notice that she looks different? Like, they kind of acknowledge it, but then kind of forget about it.
She still looks like Maya, I mean, clothing and everything, but yeah, the physical differences are quite noticeable.
I was at the studios for around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action-C run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During that meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at the time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Nothing inherently wrong. All we can do is press for more information. Yeah, let's press on this one. In the employee area?
That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
Okay, well, nothing wrong inherently. Wait a minute. How long was that long time?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Oh, right. That's the limp.
Which of course led to me missing my lunch, Roths.
Ross? Rolling on the floor? Starving? Wait. What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak, the assistant cooking summed up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area.
Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them.
Well, thanks for clarifying that, Edgeworth. Random. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Could you believe it?
That must have been tough.
Phoenix,
Yeah?
isn't something about the team out to you?
It's a bit vague, I guess. Is it contradictory?
I mean, there were the plates, but I'm not sure we have this as evidence yet.
It wasn't exactly a steak, though, that's the thing.
Yeah, there were no bones on it.
It's vague, we need some more information. Mr. Manella, just now you said steak, at least. So you ate something other than steak?
Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket which I used to starve of starvation.
I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. Okay, we'll hold on to that. Maybe we can get some more information elsewhere. Because I don't
maybe
see...
press on that if there were any breaks.
Yeah, because I don't... there's nothing contradictory yet. What were you discussing?
The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turned to me and say, Mr. Manella, the script of yours are not appropriate for children. Could you believe it?
Actually, I kind of can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting? Who are these people? You didn't take a single break?
Yeah, well, yeah, not one.
Well, he's lying. What's he swearing so much about, I wonder? I only had an idea.
If his alibi pause is finished, press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying.
Right. Okay, at least we know what we're aiming for so far. I didn't press on the first one, I might as well press it. Is that when you always come into work?
Oh, no, I carry all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know about the freaks in your industry.
Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy all that day.
Tell us more about that.
Okay, I guess all we can push now is the food. That's all we can do, really. Alright, let's press it and see if there is a contradiction here. Let's see if it's contradictory or not. Yeah, it does seem odd, now that you mention it. Miss Manella.
What do you want?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. I did eat, after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat?
We took one break during the meeting. I wolfed it down then.
Mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I pressed on that one a bit more. So now we'll go to the point where he said that, yeah. So we'll press here. You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not one.
Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. I'll press him harder now. Wait a second. Mr. Manel, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate the T-bone steak during a break?
You're awful.
Well?
Mr. Mandela, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess we could take a little break.
Thanks, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the study during that time.
Your Honor? I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Well. Mr. Mandela, testimony, please.
Uh-oh. Edgeworth's laughing. He's allowing this to happen.
Yeah.
One step ahead.
FWIW, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat T-bone steak, if you ask me.
I don't know, 15 minutes is generous.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me.
See?
Oh well, you may begin the cross-examination.
Alright, let me quickly reference on the evidence. Right. The fact that it happens is to have broken at 2:15. I'll have to keep that in mind. Anyway.
Maybe ask when it was.
What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible, time-wise. I think he's missing an element there. Phoenix. What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were 2 plates on that table.
Oh, right. The other one was D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, producer.
To eat a T-bone steak in 50 minutes. That's quite a feat.
Let's see. Why is that?
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1.
What?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. White. Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1?
Actually, I have to think about this one. Well, let's see with the evidence we've got so far. So far, the evidence is suggesting that it's impossible for anyone to get to Studio 1 at the time frame of the murder.
Yeah, but it's not before, and I'm way too muddy on all the knowledge right now as well. I know the solution, but...
yeah, same. It's just I can't remember how to get there.
Way too freaking in the future.
someone from the trailer went to Studio One.
I
Well,
think you kind of have to admit defeat on that one.
yeah, right now, physically, it is impossible, so... I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time.
Haha. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on the nice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. Well, Mrs. Monkey, Mr.
No, you had it right. You had it right the first one.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Had better way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head.
It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point.
Okay, that's what threw me off.
Yeah. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him.
I believe you've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Monella from the stand.
What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found out that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he's the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we did indeed have decisive evidence, a witness.
Ooh.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which you will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
That was quick. Not looking good on our side so far.
Yeah.
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi...
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong.
Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have?
Get me wrong. I've never given up on the thought before. Not while there's still a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's going to happen to me? Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, but the audience won't.
Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. We are the Steel Samurai hero. You're the Steel Samurai. Hero to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
For the children!
Somebody please think of the children. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defensive may cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning.
Nice to see Edgeworth taking the more high ground.
It's over. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand.
I wonder how often this kind of scenario happens. Having children in a courtroom. Like, you know, being part of the case, not just in the background.
Yeah, I mean, it's bound to happen sometimes. Yana, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do it.
Crates? You
This is,
can get donuts in crates?
Yeah, there are a lot of policemen here. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness?
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Cody, answer this question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please, remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Edgeworth, gentle, there's soothing stuff mix.
Yeah.
As you can see.
With, I mean, Cody,
He's having trouble with this gentle thing.
you were present, you were at Cover Studio on the day of the, incident?
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
A very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if you couldn't bring it. I would like special permission, if that's possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Also, it's in my sprite work. I can't remove it.
Yeah.
Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix. I wonder if he had the camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of that in the court record.
Ooh, evidence.
You're real, Mr. Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw. What you saw the day of the incident. I still not on. English is a weird language.
I went to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
That doesn't sound right. This is gonna be easy to break.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
We're in court here. There is no such thing as gentle. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Yeah, he's easy to crack, though. Give me a minute. First contradiction's an easy one. Let's see. That one. He says he always has it, so why didn't he have it today? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Oh, I was putting the pressure on too much.
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
Oh, don't bring up the incident to this man. It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are that there is a poor child, sir.
I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court.
What do you mean, or prosecuting attorney?
Well, Cody?
What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that?
Lasse der erklärte Rockstar. So, you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna bring up that damn album in a second, because I know exactly what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
We need to worm our way into this one.
Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. White, your cross-examination.
Okay, I think we need to press him a little bit, then we can hammer it in. Let's see.
I think that's the clued one.
Need to press him a little bit, just to be sure. So, the bad guy attacked him first?
Yeah,
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next?
Let's see. Alright, we'll press on this one. Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, 'cause the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, slap! Something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? Yeah, press him harder. There's no gentle here. Cody,
What?
something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action,
Yeah? So what?
yet you missed the most important part.
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order! Order! Mr. White, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
Well, that's the thing.
Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think. Why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know, you can figure this out. Mr. White, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
Why wouldn't he? Hang on. I'm missing a step here. Why wouldn't he?
Going to make the photo.
I mean, yes, but he probably would already have the camera out because in the scrapbook he already have This proves he's already ready with the camera to take the shot, so... Do I need to provide evidence?
Yeah, I think it's...
It's just, why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He's already watching it through the camera, so this is kind of redundant.
Yeah, but I think you're stepping a bit too ahead because he can't watch it with the camera because he has a new one and he didn't figure it out. But something like that.
That's actually a valid point. Alright, we'll go with evidence for now, see what happens. Let me make a safety save. Seamless run. Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did Cody look away from the fight?
It's got a camera, logically.
No, I would say it's the scrapbook.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because he wants to take the photo, and this proves that he wants to take the photo of the samurai.
But equally, we could say that he didn't know how to use the camera.
Yeah, maybe it's both, but okay, not 100, but I'm really sure about the sketchbook.
Blame you for this. Here's my proof.
Proof?
Told you. Just load that back up. If the music doesn't cut out, you've done something wrong. Alright, let's try this again. I'm positive it's the camera for this, though. If not, then
it should be both.
Told you. Here's my proof.
What's that? The camera?
I just want to argue that the reason why the photo album doesn't work is that it's trying to find an excuse to why he wouldn't look at it. Having just the photo album doesn't really prove that. It's the camera. It's what he's using currently.
Because it's new. That's the.
It's gotta matter in the context. The scrapbook is irrelevant right now. The witness stated that he recently received his camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too.
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye.
What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking.
Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there, watching his hero, and not take a picture.
Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So, you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Phoenix? I'll bet you anything. It's handing more than that. Have him testify again.
Right. Me means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hatkins testify once more.
Very well. Cody? Could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid. He's already cracking, man.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in the testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure. But I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. It's still vague in detail, man.
Let's beam.
When the lens opened, what did you see?
Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai.
Sure. That's all?
Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture.
I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Keep pressing, man! No, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye. Maybe?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow.
This feels great.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I'll just keep pressing. I don't think there's a contradiction yet. You erased them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
It's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony?
There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about.
I think we need to just press a little bit on the earlier section. So, you did see the beginning of the fight?
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely? Alright, I think we can use the
Can
photo.
you present it already?
I think we can present the album now.
Now you want to use it.
Cody!
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. With Sam! I count 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Paths to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. Oh, shit! No, wait! No way!
Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what the truth it is.
Mia, are you sure about this? Did he actually...
Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. White, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
Simple conclusion. Steel
Yeah.
Samurai lost. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever!
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth! Had to get one of those in there, didn't they?
Order! I will have order! witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Ah!
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Order! 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 What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim.
Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we've all made a serious error.
An error? What is this all about?
Yeah, obviously. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order! 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 So, Steel Samurai in this photograph. He's saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer.
That's why I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury.
But wait, hadn't Mr. Wright gone to Studio 1 already?
That's what everyone thought. Remember what Miss Oldback said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the gas station at 1 PM. Did I see Prone Hammer? No. He'd probably gone to the studio before I got back to the gas station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo of my digital camera.
What?
Show us, quickly.
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now.
Here, this is it.
Let's see. Looks like he's going to Studio 2. Well, this changes things.
Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in the costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix.
Mia? What?
Look at that photo and smile. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all evidence you need to win this trial.
What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a clear and decisive inconsistency. The facts as we know them in that photo.
Well, it's obvious. It's the number on the top right. All the evidence was saying he was going to Studio 1, but he's clearly going to Studio 2 here. Your Honor, look at this!
I see a gate.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but It looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct?
Ah?
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
That's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. This is just an idiot test right here if you weren't paying attention. Here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Let's see. Hang on a minute.
I think that one of the first should be. In the trailer is there, because then the people from the trailer will,
yeah, will be witnesses. Yeah. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez was outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we have heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2.
Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Ms. Olbach saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
This is madness.
Not quite spotted.
Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? He's suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder.
Well, no, of course not.
Well, do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume.
Shit, do we?
It's a sleeping pose.
Yeah. That actually would be it. I have proof.
You do. You do, Mr. Wright.
Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. That's the only piece of evidence we haven't really figured out yet. This is it.
An empty medicine bottle.
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicion, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Let's see. I guess fingerprint the bottle is the logical conclusion.
Fingerprints are the answers. An idea. Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle.
I hope it's in a bag. Not on the open.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. This testimony is seen by Mrs. Oldbeck, who may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
your homework is to find the answers to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Alright, one more to go. It's finally turning around.
Yeah.
Whew. That was a close one.
We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home. About going home about 3 times during the trial.
Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there.
Me too.
Dead?
Of course you're kidding.
Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. Yeah, overall that went quite smoothly. Most of the mistakes was on your end, though.
Yeah. I forgot to do this because I thought that, he wants to take a picture because of the book was also a valid reasoning, but the line was, oh, the camera is new and this is only relevant to the camera.
You gotta remember the context of the evidence.
Yeah, but this is like one of the actual complaints I have about as attorney. It's really specific and like it has the line of reasoning that sets out and it doesn't really deviate from that. Or you can notice things that are out that you just have to bring up way later and you never know when is the time to now figure this out. And
yeah, it does
also
sucks when you know the answer, but you can't figure out how to get to it. You need to lead up to said answer, which is the difficult part.
Also some places where it straight up doesn't have an answer right now and it's just waiting for you to get saved by something else.
That was a close one. Huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Maya!
So, what happened?
Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow. Good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial. What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste.
I think that might actually be the most unrealistic thing about it.
Yeah, but then in video game context, it would take... actual court cases takes months.
Yeah.
Let's get moving.
Maybe... The Olympics sure is quiet today.
Very reserved.
No, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick,
I'm getting concerned.
I think I got stoned.
Yeah?
I bet you could even eat those donuts in the gas station if you wanted. You eat, you die.
Oh no, she's paying attention.
She's alive.
I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio pigs love her. She's always so she will get her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer? Look, it's studio people don't want me talking about her, sorry.
Oh, okay. I guess the producer higher-ups had a word with her at some point. It actually makes sense. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Well, he's a stuff, a pushover. That's what every boss tells him to do. She treats him like that, but I think he likes it.
He probably does.
Huh. Why would anyone like being treated like that? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer.
I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammond. He dragged his star down from the sky and stopped on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh. She's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powell's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stop so long. It's impossible.
Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Right, I guess we can just go right ahead to trailer 2, I guess.
Back, Nick. The day of the murder. This time I put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then I left from here to go to Studio 2.
Right.
But why? I wonder if somebody called him. Like the director or the producer.
Find out in a minute, I guess.
Hey Nick, it's Miss Musk. Hello. Hello.
Quiet as always.
Hey, oh.
Maya, you should at least try to be polite.
I'm watching the clouds.
That's all she had to say, apparently. Yeah, it's very peaceful.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. There's something like... She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear.
Mr. Pass wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick! She did it! She's the killer! My people speak to me! I know it! I know it!
Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella?
If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourself.
Oh dear. Okay, never mind. Not getting a word out of her. Check the incinerator again, just to be sure. Okay, nothing's in there. Alright. Anything over here? I'll just check this gate again, why not?
Oh, it's a pity.
It's the same as before.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Anything in here?
Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it seems pretty messy in there.
Yeah, it's like they couldn't be asked to make a new background. Guess she was still on a high from getting that red card she needed. That's a good point. She's jumped ship.
Yeah.
God damn it. Anything in the trash can? Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Nothing noteworthy here.
Documents are all you ever need.
You'd be surprised how much evidence you can get from documents. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's check the whiteboard. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. You'd be surprised. well, there's nothing here right now. Guess we'll go check out the employee area.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around here.
Yeah! No touching! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't me? I almost had a heart attack.
Guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine that plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Alright. I think this is going to be the most information we're getting out of this guy.
So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to the sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. And did it come true? What are you waiting for?
No, everything in due time, pal. Just give me 5 minutes. Is that the right color? Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright? So, the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. This changes everything. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. He's slipping hard on this one. How was Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth's out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cut with hot coffee in it. Oh, talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the Fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? I think it's more impressive that, you know, it's a hot cup of coffee and he just shrugs it off. I'm assuming he shrugged it off.
This is like the stuff
Missing the important stuff. Say, whatever happened with the empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So it was right. Okay, well that's evidence for us.
We'll move into the dressing room.
The what?
The dressing room.
Oh, the dressing room, yeah. We haven't gotten it back yet.
Empty dressing rooms like this are kinda lonely, aren't they?
I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Okay, maybe not.
nothing
But maybe
noteworthy in here.
somebody's still in
Let's
there.
check that off back again.
I hope WP can come pick it up himself soon.
Soon. That damn duffel bag, man. No, nothing noteworthy, really. Moving on. Alright, well, now we have some evidence. Maybe we can use that to convince the lady. So, back to Studio 1. And then Studio 2. Okay,
Do we need to talk to Will about the powers?
Suppose... maybe... Let's just present some stuff to convince. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick?
Just to get a reaction? Because she wasn't actually getting a reaction at all. Someone had to react. Okay, let's go to the detention center then. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Oh, Nick, you must have really brought them in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter.
Let's see.
Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
Genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we have nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and
And what?
nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Rumors? This might be just what we need. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. He's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But they just stopped off the face of the earth.
Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. He just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago. Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Let's see. I was gonna ask about the sleeping bottle.
Excuse me, thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry.
Alright, meal, I guess? Nope, same thing. Okay, but at least we got some information. Maybe that's all we need.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nope, nothing. Next.
Can you show her maybe the sleeping pills from Hammer?
She wouldn't really know anything about that. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this?
Think. I'm ready to move the thinking. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like I said, nothing. She won't be relevant right now. Let's try Studio 2 again. No, nothing. Okay. What are we missing?
I mean, do we have to find something in the trailer?
The van. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. Kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver license.
But look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your tennis badge, Nick?
It's my attorney badge. I earned it. I want to show that I earned it. There's a big 2 painted here. So this is the number in Cody's photograph. And I think if he hadn't brought that photograph in...
Don't get up to your art yet.
Oh, at least there's a physical resemblance here. Something really relevant right now. Nope. There's nothing in here. There's a water bottle, but that's not scannable.
Yeah, I mean, I know you can do the posters, but then they just tell you about the...
They're not really... Well, actually, maybe they are relevant. Hang on. An old movie poster. The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell does Samurai sing about? Chopping off heads?
Oh my god! That boy was the best! It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know.
Singing Samurai stars? What's next? Ninja Ballet? Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old.
Wow, it's been years since I saw the show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great.
A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. Guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. And it's obvious with all these photos.
Can you give her the sleeping pills and...
No, we tried that. She didn't react to it at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fuck it.
What are we missing? We're missing something. Let's see. Can't go back to Studio 1. That's no longer an option. What are we missing?
It's just nice to block off some areas and then...
We have to
go
check
like your
everything. We're missing something. This is where the guide would be handy right about now.
Yeah, I was in the process of looking it up.
Okay, you keep doing that process while I'll just faff around, I guess. I'll get myself in the Autumn Studio 1 just for convenience sake. Which is right now. Let's see.
Maybe dressing room now that we talked with
Okay,
Emma.
let's try that. Ah, yes.
Oh,
Now-
hello!
Now she's suddenly here.
What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP is innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No!
Just a bit confident about that. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes.
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh. I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Musk, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He would do anything, she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? That, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then?
What do you mean they lost Samurai? Now it's a shock, but nothing can be done. Save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. Also, I heard that Global Studio is going to change its program. They are not going to make kid shows anymore.
No, they can't do that.
What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studio decided.
Damn producers and higher-ups, changing the things that were good and golden, making
Yeah.
shit. Why are they going to make
We
kid
need
shows
Battle
anymore?
Royals. The Studio Bigwits don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore.
Oh, I get it. Bad publicity. Ugh.
They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand?
Yes, but then making it quiet makes it loud. Seriously, anyone that tries to make stuff like this quiet does not work out well.
Yeah. How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? Okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine.
You'd be surprised how often they question something that's off.
They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken, for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. I guess the scrapbook would be relevant here.
Yeah. And this is...
A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. Considering she's a massive fan of, collecting all the cards, she should be a bit more distraught about this.
You're right. Okay.
Sorry.
But how can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Could have done this before anyways.
Yeah. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Musk, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Musk asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Miss Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows most about this? Miss Oldback. She was here at the studio back then, you know?
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Oh, this changes things, don't it? Back to the gate.
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The Oldback doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing the darnest to forget Hammer. Who do you think with Global Studios who it was today? Hammer! It's all to do Hammer. She's starting to front all the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance.
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told you? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols?
Benny Nichols, the assistant you talked to.
Right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Who was that one? Switching up dirt on someone's past like that, and that recently departed no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that's rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? I knew it was relevant.
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. Do I have proof?
Yeah, you have.
Which one is it?
The sleeping
Oh,
pills.
yeah, right. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume, and with the updated evidence, yeah, that makes sense. Here's my proof.
What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprint on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's the proof that he used those pills and Powers?
Like, Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so...
This is the plate that you used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I see. Pro Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldback? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm Ted, see. Ted of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vask. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Is Old back? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Old back. Here, take this.
A photograph? Oh. Wait a second. This is the picture. Oh, sorry, that was your line.
Yeah.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
How did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. Alright, finally. We got something that can make her talk now. This ought to do it. She can't ignore this piece of
Remember
evidence.
when you said to hold evidence back?
No, we're gonna use it right now. Fuck that. I mean, we haven't got much time left to, waste, so we might as well use it now. She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that?
Well, old bag. Sorry, that's your line. Old?
She means the security lady, Mrs. Saltback, Nick.
Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? You used to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer.
Oh shit, let's get in there. Actually, let me examine the flower bed again. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Huh, you came. Well then, what was that you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change.
So, I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to take Mrs. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went star of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell anything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would you have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? I know I am hard, believe me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the report to report that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Give him a free bruises too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She is not true. Of course. All the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable. Fine.
Ah, shit, it's the Mafia. Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at everything various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
That trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that. Where are you going? So long, friends. Boys, always away. No!
Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now!
Not bad. Very well. Maybe previous contest will be started tomorrow then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
Who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Ah, that's a good point to stop, methinks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all coming together. We're almost there to the climax of this case. Right, that will do. Right. Let me just go to the thumbnail preview thing. There you go. Right, that'll do for a stream. So check back on Monday for the finale of this particular case. See who is really responsible, even though we probably already maybe figured it out. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or at least
And this time the game didn't need to tell us this. But
well, at least we're going to atone for a past murder that wasn't solved, I'm guessing.
yeah. But also one thing I noticed. Since people now saw Mia again, does this mean that Mr. Wright got released out of prison because she obviously isn't dead anymore?
I don't think people are acknowledging that Maya is Mia. It's just such an oddity, they can't quite figure it out.
Yeah, but one acknowledges it, which is like in murder.
Well,
Like, I would be fair to mention, like, yeah, this is only Phoenix's right because of the connection and everything.
I think they're only acknowledging the physical changes, but they can't really figure out who it is that she's changed to, because, you know, it's Maya, but it's Mia, but in Maya's clothing, so that changes things.
Yeah, but the judge and Edgeworth at least should know it, but yeah.
That's a good point, yeah, Edward should notice that shit straight away, but he just doesn't say a damn thing about it.
I mean, maybe the judge not, because it's the judge.
Yeah, the judge is an idiot, but yeah, Edward should notice that shit going on. Well, anyway. Right, so yeah, till next time then. Bye all.